She demanded I tell her where they were. I told her they were in my room and I wasn't giving them back. She said she was going to call the police because I was stealing. I laughed at her. Stealing what? My own mom's stuff that my dad was throwing away? Good luck with that call. Dad finally grew a backbone for like 2 seconds and told Janet to drop it. But then she started this whole campaign to make my life miserable. She'd go through my room when I wasn't home trying to find the boxes. She'd make comments about how I was disturbed and needed therapy. She even tried to get my dad to send me to live with my aunt in another state. The breaking point was when I caught her going through my mom's jewelry box. She had taken my mom's engagement ring and was wearing it. When I confronted her, she said my dad gave it to her and that it was wasteful to let it sit in a box. She actually said my mom would want someone to enjoy it. I snatched it right off her finger. She started screaming about how disrespectful I was and how I had no right. I told her she had no right to wear my dead mother's ring and that she'd never be half the woman my mom was. Dad heard the commotion and came running. Janet was crying and carrying on about how I attacked her and stole from her. Dad looked at the ring in my hand and for a second I thought he might actually defend me. But then he asked me to give it back to Janet, said my mom would want me to share. That's when I knew I'd lost him completely. I told him that mom would be disgusted by both of them and that I was keeping everything that belonged to her. If they had a problem with it, they could kick me out when I turned 18 in 4 months. Janet threatened to throw all my stuff out if I didn't cooperate. I told her to try it and see what happened. I may only be 17, but I'm not stupid. I started documenting everything, taking pictures of my mom's belongings, recording Janet's threats, keeping track of every time she went through my room. My dad's sister found out what was happening and drove down from 2 states away. When she saw what Janet had tried to do, she tore into both of them, told my dad he was dishonoring his wife's memory and that my mom would be ashamed of him. She offered to let me come live with her until I graduated. I'm moving in with my aunt next month. Dad begged me to stay and said we could work it out. But there's nothing to work out. He chose Janet over his own kid and let her try to erase my mom like she never existed.